simply attacked you, unprovoked.
Yes, sir.
The reward is 100 sovereigns alive, 25 if dead.
I think he's coming home. You can't run forever. One of us will find you.
Ray, thank you very much for joining me in this library sort of thing today.
Very plush, isn't it?
It's very nice. Yeah. I quite like it. Nice coffee. Yeah. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. I want to talk about your latest film. Why did you choose such an interesting story?
I know the director Ian Sharp. We worked on a series years ago called Robin of Sherwood. And Sharp, he always wanted to make a Western, you know. His passion was making a Western. He loved Shane and all that. And I was brought up watching John Wayne and all that, you know. So it was a kind of a Western movie to me, like an old John Ford movie, you know. And being able to get all the gear on and the beard and, you know, and be this guy. And also playing a Boer.
Yeah.
You know, South African and learning that language and
what is it like to do the South African accent?
You know, every time you see a South African accent on the films or on TV, it's always the bad guy, you know.
Yeah.
And speak greedy. And you go, oh, you know what? I don't want to do it like that. I wanted to find something that softened it. And so you make it your own, you know. But thank God I had the time to do that and play with it and mess around with it. So it came like second nature by the time we made the film.
The Welsh accent is quite a soft and friendly accent. Do you think...
oh, you say so, do you?
I'd like to think so.
Yes. Not on a Friday night in Cardiff.
Not really, no, with the salute, the Friday night Cardiff salute. Hello. No, is it more difficult for a Welsh guy to become a bad guy? Because you are the epitome of what a bad guy in a movie is.
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's the way we approach it, you know. I mean, sometimes the bad guy can be great, have a really soft-spoken voice. That's terrifying. It's more terrifying than being a growler, you know what I mean?
Well, I don't know. You're pretty terrifying when you're a growler.
You know, but it's that kind of softness can be so terrifying at times. You know?
Well, Joe Calzaghe now is an ex-boxer, tough guy.
Probably one of the greatest boxers
of all
we've
time.
ever. An undefeated champion at that weight is phenomenal, you know. And I just hope people that recognise that the feat he's done, he's some fighter, that kid.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah,
one of my heroes. Lovely guy. And you were a boxer as well in your day.
Yeah, but nothing like Joe Calzaghe.
Well, no. Yeah. Well, I used to box as well. I'm interested in.
Yeah.
Would you want to do the boxing as well? Is it something that you think? Oh,
no,
I would love to have done that.
I think no. I was never good enough to be a pro, you know, and I never trained hard enough, as you can see. You know, I suppose I found what nightclubs were all about. But the great thing it did stand me in, I think, is the discipline side of it. You know, I say I never trained, but I loved it. I loved being at the gym, and I loved the group.
The mental toughness.
Yeah, and your club is your mates. You know, and there's no colour bar in boxing.
No.
It's the first thing I ever came across where, you know, there was black kids, there was Indian kids in your club, and, you know, that was part of your team, you know.
Yeah.
But the discipline of actually stepping into a ring, you know what I'm talking about, and you look across the ring, you know you can't beat the other guy. But you have to dig deep and find something to beat that. It's like walking out on stage, you know, the worst thing they can do is boo you.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd rather have that every night than get clumped, you know, by a welterweight who knows how to punch. You know? But it's that thing of when you go to work, that discipline that you draw on, and it's like playing a part where you say, I don't really know how to do this, but you get rid of that fear factor. You say, well, I'm going to do it, you know, I'm going to have it.
You've got 2 daughters. Do you instill that? Three, sorry, mate.
Yeah.
You've got, you know, do you instill that into them?
I don't think you can instill it in people. I think it's something that they kind of pick up. I don't know, it's very difficult to know what, you know, they see their dad, they've known all their life, me going to work as an actor, you know, not always getting work, but they realise how hard it can be, and it's good at the moment, you know, but they know my mentality, I guess, and I don't install it in them. They might see that, you know. Hopefully they take that on.
As well, 2 of them are actresses. What type of advice do you give them?
It's very difficult. They're very independent. You know what women are like. You know.
Oh yes.
But please God, they do listen. You know, sometimes we can de-educate them. You know, you give them. Who's to say that what I'm telling them is right? You know. I watched my Jamie in Made in Dagenham, and I worked with Lois on the Hot Potato before Christmas. And, you know, they're good. So
is there anything else you'd like to do? Any other remakes? Some comedy, you know, all that type of stuff?
Listen, I don't set out a plan, you know. I don't say, right, I'm going to do comedy and a musical. Because, you know,
the remake of Moulin Rouge.
It might be crap, you know, you don't know. So you read the script and it doesn't matter if it's the same subject, you just done it. As long as you feel you can do something with it and you love the writing, and, you know, if you're lucky enough. Sometimes you have to do rubbish, by the way, to pay the rent. No, you do, you know. You haven't always got that pleasure or that privilege to actually say, you know, I'll wait for the next script, because you've got to pay your tax, by the way.
Thank you very much. Lovely to meet you. Thank you very much.
Good luck to you.
All right. Cheers.
Iechyd da.
Iechyd da. Bit of Welsh there. Awesome. Yeah. Cheers, man.